There's a few things that we all just need to stop doing ASAP. These things are affecting our growth and our income. And if 2024 left you feeling like what the actual then you're not alone. Trust me, we all felt it. Even at Cheri Cobb Creative, we felt it. I'll be 100% transparent. We lost a very big account at the top of this year. But you know what? We're in it to win it. 2025 is going to look completely different for every business out there, and especially service providers. If you feel the energy in the room just like I do, start off by dropping the word win in the comments and let me know that you are all in and in it to win it in 2025. After working with over 50 medical and dental aesthetic professionals alone this year, my team and I worked very hard over the last few months to put this list together to highlight a few common mistakes that we see across the industry. Plastic surgeons, nurse injectors, aesthetic service professionals, cosmetic and aesthetic dentists, and even dermatologists. This video is for you. And if you want to see more growth in 2025, I'm talking real conversions, real actual growth, where you're no longer a worker bee working in your business, but on your business, focused on treating more patients, taking more trips with your family and friends while your business continues to thrive. Stick around to the very end because this video is going to check off all of the boxes. And just to be clear, let me start with the disclaimer. In this video, we're not talking about the vanity metrics and the things that don't really matter, like follower count and going viral and which hashtag to use and what time you should be posting. We're not talking about any of that, okay? Those are vanity metrics. They really do not matter when it comes to an aesthetic service provider who is looking to put bodies in your chairs. I'm going to give you a couple of marketing strategies that's going to make sure your 2025 starts off right and you continue throughout the year with that very same momentum. I'm going to tell you the common mistakes that we see across the industry, but I'm also going to give you steps to improve for some of them. Why? Because action takers are money makers, and the gold is in the implementation, not the information. Let's go. So the first thing we have to get you to do is change your mindset around marketing. Marketing is not a quick fix. It is a long game, and you have to be in it for the long game. You have to understand that with each and every encounter and interaction, you are simply planting seeds. You are staying top of mind, so when patients are ready to book and are ready to experience your services, they will think of you first. So you can't go in it looking for instant gratification, because the second you do that, you fail. You simply need to step out of your comfort zone. Do the things that make you most uncomfortable, because beautiful things happen when you step outside of your comfort zone. Second mistake, and the biggest mistake and most detrimental mistake that we see in this industry all the time, is that you don't have any goals, no KPIs. You don't really have a strategy, and you're doing a lot of random posting and spending money on more marketing tactics, and you probably didn't need to do that. So the first thing you have to do is zone in on what do your goals look like as a business owner. And I actually made a list. So I'm going to read this list and just kind of tell you some of the goals that some of our accounts had when they started with us. And don't be, nervous about this. A lot of the times you don't really know what your goals are. Sometimes you just say, hey, we want to get new patients. Now, that's not a very measurable goal. So I definitely recommend you get more specific on what that looks like for you. But here are two that we started off with former accounts. Increase new patient conversions by 20% within a 5-month period. That is so super specific. Increase client retention by 20%. That again is so super specific. Actually, I have another one. I don't know why I said two. schedule more patients for our new Helix laser. The main thing is you want to have goals that you actually work towards, because social media is a tool. It's a tool that helps us reach our goals, but if we don't have them set in line and we don't actually know what those goals look like, then what are we really doing? We're just doing a lot of random things, and then when you do a lot of random things, what you end up finding is that nothing works. Or maybe it's working, but you just haven't measured properly what is working. And what is measured can be improved or refined or adjusted. But if you don't really know what you're doing, then you can't say that this was successful or this wasn't successful. So set goals. Don't just randomly do things, and make sure your efforts are in alignment with your goals. Not only do I work with aesthetic service providers and I want to attract more aesthetic service providers, I also do a lot of skincare videos, like over on TikTok and things like that, and even sometimes on my Instagram, because my goal is to work with more brands. So my content where I do my skincare routine, or I talk about my favorite skincare products for winter or whatever, those videos are being noticed by the proper people and they are in alignment with my assignment. A lot of the times we do not infuse personality in our content. This is something that I had to learn to do. I had to learn to just be myself, be who I am, and let the camera do its job, because I was so focused on making sure my message was reaching the right people. I wasn't really, infusing personality in my content. And the second I started doing that, what you'll notice is that you'll get people that will comment on those cringy things, or the things that maybe you wasn't even talking about that in the video, but you just said something. And the reason why people capture that is because it's relatable, and it's probably something that they either do or experience themselves too. Infusing personality within your content. What does that look like as an aesthetic service provider? You can share a tip of the day. You can start off by allowing someone in your clinic to just go through and record random moments. Those insider moments, all offices have them, that only you know and only the front desk person knows, or the receptionist or the dental assistant. Those are the type of things that people want to see. So if you can capture them on video, that is the first step to infusing personality within your content. And this is a big one, and we see this one time and time again, too many before and after photos. I'm talking before and after photo overload, overkill. Here's my theory on that. Here's my opinion. And I'm assuming you guys want to hear my opinion. That's why you're watching this video, right? That's why you're on my channel. That's why you're subscribed to my videos, right? My opinion on this is that before and after photos should go on a website. It is a great way to get people to your website. A lot of the times prospects will make buying decisions when they're on your website, and what better than to have a before and after gallery of whatever treatment or service they're interested in on your website, and then boom, next they go to the book now or request an appointment. We do sprinkle a little before and after photos throughout our clients' accounts, just because people actually do like them. But instead of just posting a regular static before and after photo, try this instead. Do the green screen effect. And if you need me to make a video on how to do the green screen effect, let me know in the comments. But do the green screen effect and actually get on camera and talk about your, have the photo, the before and after photo behind you. I'm sure you guys have seen people do this online. And then talk about the transformation, talk about the experience, talk about what that client came into the office feeling like prior to the treatment. What are some of the words that they said in the consultation? How did they describe how they felt before they got X, Y, and Z treatment? Talk about that, because that is the type of stuff that people can actually relate to and they can see themselves in. And when people can see themselves in your experiences or your transformations, that makes them more likely to want to be a part of it, right? So talk about the transformation and the experience. And then, like I say, highlight at the end, how did this patient feel? You know, talk about how you even felt when they came in and they told you X, Y, and Z. They said they were, maybe they were not confident. Maybe they felt like they couldn't smile in a room. Maybe they felt like they had to hide, you know, wear garments to kind of, you know, suck their gut in, whatever. Those are the things that you have to talk about. Not FDA cleared or cutting edge device. No, those words do not relate to everyday people. When it comes to your before and after photos, you just add a little bit of spice. That's all. You just add in a little bit of spice, and you are showing up, telling your perspective on things and your opinions, and people love that the most. Number 5, you have no systems in place. You guys, systems are sexy. Systems are essential, and systems allow us to work smarter and not harder. Bottom line, there has to be some sort of bridge to or what am I saying? There has to be some sort of connector to bridge the gap between social media and your website. Most of the times when people come across your very well put together social media posts, they're not always ready to buy yet. And if you don't have systems in place to capture that person's information, you've pretty much lost them. Because guess what? They're going to log on social media the next day, and they're probably going to see another office conveying the same information. So you want to make sure you are able to pull that prospect from that post and get their information, so you can continue to nurture them, continue to provide them with valuable information that will lead to a logical buy-in decision. And if you don't have systems in place, honestly, you are literally just doing all of this for nothing. You have to be able to separate the likes from the leads and get the leads in your pipeline and push them to book an appointment. Because a lot of the times, everybody is just, most of the time, everybody is not ready to buy yet. And it is buyer's psychology 101. The higher your prices are, the longer it takes one to make a decision. Literally the same thing with Cheri Cobb Creative in my marketing company. So I cannot tell y'all how many times we have signed clients that have been watching my YouTube channel for years, or maybe they've been following me on Instagram for years, and then they finally decided to push the button. And it was simply because they just needed more convincing. They needed to know, or maybe justify in their mind, why they need to invest thousands of dollars on, you know, blah, 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 blah. Content that I delivered basically answered that question for them, and then boom, they're ready to buy. And it literally works the same for medical and dental aesthetic service professionals. You can't always think that the person is going to go from the post to the booking link. Doesn't work like that. I talked about that on TikTok today. Go watch that video. If you have the mindset that the prospect is going to go from the social media post to the booking link, then you're leaving millions of dollars on the table. Let's keep this thing going. And if you found this helpful so far, let me know. Thumbs up, comment below, subscribe to my channel. I know a lot of you guys watch this YouTube channel, but you're not subscribing, and we're going to change that in 2025. No email marketing strategy. I'm going to put some statistics up on the screen that I saw when I was researching the information for this video. But in short, did you know that with email marketing, it delivers on average an ROI of $36 for every $1 spent? Did you hear what I said? Okay, let me say that again. And again, I am going to make sure I insert it on the screen. But email marketing delivers on average an ROI of $36 for every $1 that is spent, making it the most cost-effective marketing strategy out there if done right. Because I know a lot of the times, just depends. If you're working with a marketing company, you know, Lord help you, I don't know who knows what they're sending out. A lot of times what I see is aesthetic service providers working with different companies and they're handling their emails and they don't even know what's going out. That is a no-no. We're going to stop doing that in 2025. I need you to be more involved in your business and in your growth. Be very easy to miss the message. Marketing is all about messaging and timing, and a lot of the times you just blast things to your community. There's no storytelling involved, there's no segue, there's nothing to kind of pull them in. You're just blasting an offer, and that's usually what happens when you delegate marketing tasks to inexperienced people, or you have your front desk sending out emails and things like that. You actually want to see real conversions from your email marketing efforts. You have got to put in the work, or you need to delegate it. And let me just be clear. I love giving you guys information. I love giving you guys advice, tips, tools, tricks, and resources to help you kill this, okay? However, if you can't get it done in 10 minutes or less, you need to delegate it. And there is no way, and I'm going to say this is maybe an unpopular opinion, but there is no way you are going to successfully and sustainably build an aesthetics empire doing your own marketing. It's just not going to happen. Oh, and how did I forget? Okay, in addition to email marketing, I also want to let you guys know that I did put together a free guide, and I will leave it down in the description box below. It is Insider Secrets to Aesthetic Clinic Email Marketing, and I also made a video, so make sure you go watch it. But make sure you get the download, because the download goes along with the video, allowing you to follow through and implement. That is the word for this video. Implement. Number 7, is your website fully functional, or is it just a pretty website? This is something that we see in this industry time and time again. We say, well, how much did you spend on your website? And they spent thousands of dollars on the website. We pull the analytics, and then we realize that website is not even getting visitors. Or okay, because we've also seen the flip side of things. The website is getting visitors, but there's nothing being done to capture these visitors. We just had a client 2 weeks ago. We did a deep dive in their analytics. We realized their website was getting traffic. About 1,000 people had come in a week, but there was nothing set up to capture that information. Out of 1,000 people visiting your website each week or month or whatever it was, I can't really remember right now, you should be able to convert at least 10% of them. If you're not doing that, it's because you have a broken system. So, or either a broken website. Systems and website functionality, it all works hand in hand. I say all that to say, if you have a website, share this with a friend, share this with another medical and dental aesthetic professional. If you have a website, your website needs to be managed monthly. And that is how, because here's the thing, technology and the internet, SEO, all of that, it always changes. New words are being added to the internet, you know, new keywords, user behavior is changing. So therefore, you have to stay afloat, and your website has to match. So someone should be going in and they should be updating your website, and we see this happen all the time. There's nobody updating the website, but the website is beautiful, it's aesthetically pleasing, it's flawless, it's easy to navigate, but it's not getting traffic. And your web, and just like your social media should get organic traffic, if your website is fully functional and optimized, your website should get the traffic too. And last but not least, everything that you do online, you should have the idea of leading people to your website. That is simply the purpose of social media. Whew, y'all, I got a little passionate there. I'm very passionate about that one. I'm so serious. If done right, you should be getting organic traffic through your website, but it has to be managed monthly or weekly or whatever. But you can't just invest the money on a pretty static website and there's no motion in the background. Whew, Cheri, we stayed on that one way too long, girl. Number 8, and we are getting through this list, y'all. Be intentional about everything that you do. So as it relates to content creation days, be intentional about that. And how does that look? I don't want to make this video like super duper long, but how does that look to be intentional with your content creation days? Invite some of your favorite patients in, invite some influencers in. If you don't know how to get started with influencer marketing, I'll link a free influencer marketing template. It's like an agreement that you can share with your influencers. I'll link that below. But you want to make sure that you are just being intentional about capturing your content, being intentional about increasing the amount of online reviews that you get. There's ways you can do that. Put QR codes throughout the office and let everybody know, hey, if you post a Google review and you know, share it with us, you'll get 5% off your purchase. Or let's just say they already paid and they see it on the way out, then you get 5% off your next purchase. Or maybe don't do 5%. That's a little tinchy. Increase it a bit, but you get what I'm saying. Ask people to, hey, you know, create an actual station in your practice where people can take selfies and they can do video reviews, and get into the habit of saying, hey, you know, are you okay with going into this room before the filler? Because I cannot tell you how many times people say, oh no, I can't do it because my lips are swollen. And just let them know before they come into the office, because a lot of the times what we realize is that when clients and patients come to these practices, a lot of times they just come to relax. They don't come to be on camera. They don't come to give video reviews and look cute. They just want to relax. So if you call them ahead of time, get your front desk to call everybody on the schedule ahead of time. Hey, we have the marketing team in the building tomorrow. We'll be creating content tomorrow. Are you okay with being a part of it? You don't necessarily have to offer anything off, like any incentive. Just kind of feel their vibe, match their energy. If that's somebody that's like, I don't know, then you can maybe you know, give them a little fluff and say, hey, we'll give you X amount off if you participate. But this is what being intentional about everything looks like. You have to be intentional. And once again, if you don't have the time to be intentional, then delegate it. I am so out of breath right now. I've been talking so fast. This is how you know when I'm like super passionate about something, because I talk fast. Okay, let me slow down because I want y'all to be able to keep up with me. I'm so sorry if I went so fast. Number 9, too many outside voices, meaning that you're getting online and you're listening to too many people. Let me just say this. I don't want to toot my own horn, but we have been doing this. Me, I'm not even going to say we and my team, talking about me for right now. I have been doing this for a very long time. There are many different ways to go about growing a business online. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing that there's so many ways privy to us today. Okay, we got options, but you have to know the difference between like an influencer or someone that may be selling a product. They may want to appeal to the masses because they do have an e-commerce store, or you know, maybe they market to everybody because they offer telehealth services, which I'm not telling you not to market to everybody, but you just want to be careful about who you listen to out there, because a lot of the information is just not solid and sustainable for aesthetic service providers looking to fill their chairs with quality patients. Okay, and I'm not talking about the Grouponers of the world. I'm talking about quality patients who come in, they don't question your treatment plans, they don't ask for payment plans, they are super compliant, and they bring friends and family members back with them. Those are the types of clients that I'm talking about. If you want to see more of that, you have to understand that you can't always follow Joe Schmo's information out there telling you here's how to go viral, or here's how to get more followers. That should not be your focus as an aesthetic service provider. We talked about that at the top of this video. Those are what you call vanity metrics. And I'm not saying that your followers don't mean anything. They do, but you want to make sure you are reaching the right followers. In reaching the right followers, there has to be some sort of strategy in line. You can't just be randomly doing things, because if you just randomly do things, and that's you will randomly attract randoms. And I'm telling you guys what I know. This very same thing has happened to me before. I'm going to try to speed this video up now because my camera is about to go dead, and I know I just told y'all I'm gonna slow down, but now I gotta speed it up. I definitely think, okay, we ran through the list. Wait, here, wait, before I keep going. So here's where Cheri Cobb Creative is different, okay? I myself, like you guys know, I've worked in various medical offices with various positions, from front office manager to new patient treatment coordinator, and of course, y'all know I even was a medical biller. So I worked in the trenches, meaning that I worked in the office. So we kind of come with a different perspective. We're not cookie cutter. We offer concierge services. I work very closely with, you know, our accounts. We do. I actually text one of my, today is December 24th. I text one of my accounts today, and I'm like, hey, she shared her new grandchild with me, and I'm like, hey, can I share this on social media? You know, so we work very closely with our accounts for a reason, and we're very picky and selective about who we work with, bottom line. But we're selective and picky for a reason, because we want our clients to actually get a result, okay? And you have to be in a certain place in your business in order to reach that result. That is all for today's video. I know it was very lengthy. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video if you found it interesting, comment below and tell me, out of all of these common mistakes, do you find yourself making 1, 2, 3, or 4? I would love to know. Be sure, while you wait on the next video, to watch this video, or this video. It's gonna be up here somewhere. Watch this video on your way out, and this video will give you endless content ideas that you can start off with in 2025. All right, y'all, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in this video. Bye bye.